Hey, everybody. This is Sherry with Butternall Hollow Crafts, hashtag old lady with tools. Yes, I am a few minutes early. That's because I got another meeting at 7 o'clock my time. And so I want to make sure I get through my live for you. So again, I'll introduce myself. My name is Sherry. I'm owner operator of Butternall Hollow Crafts. I have hashtag old lady with tools because that's what I am. And I thank you guys for joining me or watching me on replay. But I'm going to turn my camera down or switch cameras, I should say, and show you what we're going to work on. I also got to bring up my Facebook page here, my biz page, because sometimes I don't see comments because I'm using StreamYard. And so sometimes I don't see comments on here for some reason. So it's either going to come up or it's not. But let me get my camera down, guys, and we will get started. Well, hi, Sheila. Thanks for joining me. Let's get this switched. There we go. So now this is just a little tray-like, but I thought it'd be adorable to decorate up as fall, and I could just see, like, you could use it like for a little candy dish. Excuse me. You could use it, I could see like a layer of some cheese and crackers or whatever, because we are going to use the food safe sealer on this. So first thing I'm going to do is I did paint this. It was like a really orangish tan. It wasn't a pretty color. And so I just painted this gray, and then I just kind of dry brushed it because I wanted to make it look a little aged. And then I cut this scrap piece of paper out of Royce's corrugated metal. It's one of my absolute favorite papers to use. And so and to do this piece of paper, to cut this out, I should say, because I didn't want it coming up the sides, I laid it out here and I just scored where I wanted to cut it with my fingernail like this. And then I cut it out and I made sure, it fit the way I wanted it to fit. And so now I'm going to, we'll get this decoupage down, and then we're going to, I fussy cut out some stuff, and then we'll decoupage on top of this. And you'll see what I mean. I tried it on a tray earlier. It was a bigger tray. I tried it like last week. And that one I put resin on, and I will show it to you guys. It turned out so cute. So, and I will show that at the end here as soon as I get this down. I want to spritz my paper a little bit before I peel it back. And I'm using the DIY liquid patina. It's my go-to medium. But you guys use whatever go-to medium you have. And this is a small enough area where I think I can get away with doing it and not having to do it in small sections. I'm just going to hold my paper here and work it down. And you'll see, you notice that I painted it gray instead of white. And I kind of did that on purpose. Well, I did do that on purpose, not kind of, because I really wanted to see what would happen. And I actually think it's going to work out very nicely. I think it's just going to make this corrugated metal paper just a little more subtle. Even though I do love this paper. Like I said, it's one of my absolute favorites. So I'm just going to get a coat of medium down here to seal this paper down, because then I'm going to decoupage over that. So let's get this dried, and it doesn't have to be completely dry. In the meantime, I'm going to try, and my Facebook page does not want to come up for whatever reason. Hopefully we can get it. If not, you guys comment on my Facebook page and I don't answer you, I promise you, I will hopefully see it sometime and come back. There we go. That's up. And I can see the paper still, and it's very, very subtle. And I think once we do our overlay on top of it with some cute little pumpkins, I think this is going to be adorable. I really do. So that is dry enough for what we're going to do. And you can still see that paper really cool. It is. Hello, Lauren, my beautiful sister. And you can see that it's very subtle, but yet I think it's really cool. And so then what I did, I fussy cut these pumpkins. And these pumpkins are from Royce's paper that Lexi Granger designed. And honestly, I can't remember if it was, I think a couple of these are from last year's pumpkin paper. Hey, Joni, my other beautiful sister. I think these two are from last year's pumpkin paper, and I think this one is from this year's. But to be honest with you guys, I can't remember because the pumpkins on both papers are beautiful. But we're going to paint these white so they pop, and then we'll put them down on here, and it will be so cool. So let's do that. And if your first time watching, I took a piece of plastic. You can take vellum plastic or whatever, and you spritz it. And then you lay your paper face down. And you just make sure all the wrinkles are out of it. And this will hold your paper in place so that you can do what you need to do to it. And then I'm going to paint it white. If I can get this open. There we go. And this is almost empty, so I'm not really going to worry a whole lot about dipping inside my container. Otherwise, I usually do put it in another container. So, whoops. That's what you don't want to do. I think this brush is too big. Hang on here. Let's get a smaller one. A little more control this way. And when I'm painting the back of it white, I do not go all the way to the edge. I go close, but not all the way. And another reason I sealed my tray there is because if any of this paint, when I lay this paper down, oozes out, because I have put a sealer on top, it will wipe right off. I can wipe it off right away and it won't ruin my project. If I don't seal it, then if any of this paint oozed out, the paper would absorb it and you'd be able to see it. So that's one of the reasons why if you're going to overlay decoupage paper like this, that you want to make sure that you do seal it for that reason. But we're just getting close to the edges. Okay, and then I got to stand up to do this. So now I got it on my plastic. And I just got to wet it. It dried out a little bit. So I'm just going to wet it a little more, enough to stick this pumpkin back down there. There we go. And that way I can pick this pumpkin up like this and position it where I want it. And I kind of want it in the middle of my tray. Just stick it down. And peel this up. Let me get a paper towel. Just kind of dab the water. At the same time, I can, excuse me, smooth out my pumpkin. And see how that makes that pop? By painting that white, it just makes a huge difference. And now I'm going to do it to my orange pumpkins. Where's my other plastic pieces? Stick it down like that, face down. Make sure it's stuck there really good and no wrinkles. We'll give this a quick coat. I know I've been making a lot of fall stuff, guys, but I have a barn show coming up that I got to have some stuff made. And I love the fall colors. I love pumpkins. You know, it's jeans and sweatshirt weather. It has really became one of my favorite seasons. But doing these lives have also given me stuff to sell at my show, so it's a win-win. Okay, we're just going to position this kind of where I want it. I'll set it down. Kind of smooth it out. Lift it up. Kind of dry it off a little bit. And then there's a second pumpkin. Oh, thanks, Lauren. I think it's really cute. Wait till the end, Lauren, and you see the tray I made the other day. You'll love it. I think this just got wet from my plastic. So we got one more pumpkin to lay on here. Same technique. I don't think I got enough water. Hang on. I like to make sure my pumpkin has a good grab on this plastic so that when I go to flip it over, I don't lose it. And as you can see, it doesn't take very much paint. Doesn't really have to have like perfect full coverage. But if I didn't paint these pumpkins white on the back, they almost become translucent when you top coat them, and then you kind of would lose it in the when you top coat this on your design. And I really wanted my pumpkins to stand out, so that is why, whoops, I paint them white. Okay, so there's my pumpkins on this tray. Now, what do you think? Isn't that tray adorable? Hey, Sonny, how you doing, sweetie? Thank you. I think this tray is so cute. Just wait till you see what I made the other day, Sonny. I'm going to show it at the end. And now I'm going to seal. I'm going to put a coat of my DIY over the whole top of this, but then I'm going to seal it with a food grade sealer. Thank you, Sheila. Well, hi, Gina. So that if somebody wants to use this for food, you could. I think this would be really cute during the fall season. Like I said, either whether you put like a little roll of cheese and crackers, maybe some sausage, even like a little candy dish. I think it would be adorable. Lost part of my brush there, guys. So, but I want to make sure this is good and down like this. We'll get rid of that. I shouldn't show you guys this, but I will. I've been up here crafting. Look at my paint cup. Can you tell I haven't washed my brushes in a while? Does anybody else, those paint cups look like that? I can't hardly get another brush in there. I think it's time to wash them, guys. So we're going to give this a dry. Thanks, Gina. I thought it turned out really cute, too. And again, The background is Royce's corrugated metal paper that I just cut to fit inside the tray. And then I fussy cut these pumpkins out. I think the orange ones are from last year's pumpkin paper, and I think the white one is from this one that Lexi Granger designed. If you guys do not follow Lexi Granger, it's Lexi Granger Art. Go follow her. She's an amazing artist. You'll love her work. Okay, so now I want to make this tray food safe, which this is my opinion, guys. Take it for what it's worth. I think any top coat medium is probably food safe as long as you let it fully cure. With that being said, as long as you don't put like hot food on it, which how many people use a tray like this for hot food? With that being said, to be on the safe side, I use a sealer if I'm going to make something that food's going to be on it that actually says it's food safe. And so I have this, it's Triple Teak Retique It. I do sell it in my shop. And this is a food grade sealer. This is what I use in my classes when we do charcuterie boards or anything like that, just to be on the safe side. And this is also it's an epoxy alternative. So it really gives you a hard finish. So I'm going to use that. Sheila, the tray, Sheila, believe it or not, my shop used to be a home decor shop, my brick and mortar. And this is a tray left over that I had in there. I don't know if I have any more in here where I could show you. I think I do. I'll show you what they look like. They came in different colors. This one was like an orangish tan. Not my favorite color. Hang on here, though. I'll show you what they look like. They come blank. Here. They come blank, and they just look like this. And I had this black one. I have this tan one left over. And I just got to thinking that I thought these would make really cute trays that you could serve, small snacks on or whatever. I can't remember the company it come from. If I had to say off the top of my head, if you have wholesale companies, it might be the Hearthside collection. But I'm not really sure, but that would probably be where I might look if you're really interested in them. I don't have any more other than these two. Otherwise, I would sell you one. But this is that first coat of that Triple Teak. And you can see now how it really made everything pop. And even though I painted the back of my tray gray and not white, enough of that corrugated metal still shines through where I think it looks so cool. I think this looks awesome. So, and it was simple. And I know this is short for a live. I apologize. I forgot that I had a meeting tonight. And thank you, Lauren. And so that's why this is so short. But thank you, Sheila. I want to show you while this is drying because I still have a little time. This is a tray. And this tray was like a yellow. The back of it was just stained. But I will show you what I did. I decoupaged 5 little pumpkins in there. I did paint the back of this white. Thank you, Joni. And then I did the corrugated metal again, and I cut it to fit. And this, I guess, is a good comparison. You can see the paper on this one where the background was painted white. And then this one, the background's painted gray. I like them both the same. But in here, I actually poured an epoxy resin. And that's why it's a little shiny. And I just poured it thick enough to give it a nice layer and cover everything. And this epoxy resin I used is food safe in 14 days. And so by the time anybody uses this, they'll be fine. But I thought this would be a really cute little serving tray too. And I fussy cut all these pumpkins out again and did the same technique I did on this one, where I painted them white and then put them down on here. And I did, like I said, I did this one first and thought it was adorable. And I could try and pour resin, just here too. But I have this triple teak that is food safe, and it's epoxy alternative. So I thought, you know, it's another good alternative if you want to do food safe boards. It worked great on my charcuterie boards and everything. So, um, and I will give this another coat, but I let it dry like 24 hours in between, and then I'll give it a second coat just to make sure it's good and durable. So, is there any questions? Because I know this is a quick live. I didn't realize it was going to be this quick. I'm faster than I thought, guys. This right here, and if any of you do classes, this would be a really cute class to do. It's simple, it's easy, and you don't have to have this tray. I just showed you a rectangle tray. Any tray like that would be adorable, even on like a plate. I have a bunch of plates when I pivoted my shop from home decor to now I just do classes. And I sell my DIY products, Royce's papers, all that out of there too, IOD. And I have a couple paint lines. So I just do classes in there and show people how to use my stuff. This would be a really cute class. And it'd be simple. And let me get something else here real quick. And I have like 6 or 8 of these. These were a plate that didn't sell, but I think is adorable just like this. But when something doesn't sell, you have to repurpose it. Oh, thank you, Sheila. I'm so glad that you don't think it was a waste to join me. I feel horrible that this is so short. But this plate itself, I think, is adorable. But it didn't sell. But wouldn't that be cute? You could do something like this and use one of those bigger pumpkins in there. This would also be a cute plate to redo in like a Christmas motif and use it like for Santa's cookies. Stuff like that, I think would be really cute with this. Like I said, I have like 6 or 8 of these that I don't know what I'm going to do with. So why not repurpose them? They didn't sell like this, although I think this plate is adorable. But why not reuse it for, something like that? I can repurpose it and it will be cute, and then maybe that will sell. I do 2 shows a year in my barn, but the stuff in there has to be handmade, vintage or antique, which is why that plate, I can't turn around and try and sell it there. But if I redo it, I can sell it. So again, I'm going to let this dry overnight, and then I'll put my second coat of Vertique on it, and I will wash my brushes out so that I have room for more. And I thank you guys for joining me again. I apologize that this has been a short live. I didn't think it was going to go this fast, but I didn't want to cancel on you so I could make my meeting, but I did want to come on and join you and show you a little something. I'm glad you guys learned something, and hope I gave you some inspiration and some ideas to make either for your own use gifts, or if you have a shop, in your shop or in classes. So yes, so that's it for tonight. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Much love. Talk to you later.